Charm.
This is Charm's channel. And
if you're a new viewer, nice to meet you.
And make sure you like,
comment, subscribe.
Alright.
Yeah.
And we got that out of the way. The video is going to
be about the mutants.
Right, because we don't have a new a new X-Men movie yet.
Not yet, but
they haven't told us anything about it. So
no, but we have some. But we're gonna talk about the mutants. So yeah.
Yeah, because Jean Grey is purportedly going to be in the Spider-Man movie, so they're going to be introducing some mutants.
Some mutants. So yeah.
So let's talk about the mutants and which mutants do we want to see and which ones
that we're definitely gonna probably be in the movie.
Yeah, I like the classic mutants.
Oh yeah. With, my dad loves Wolverine. That's one of his favorites.
Wolverine's one of my favorites. And also Professor X because I like Star Trek too. So.
Yeah, he's a big Star Trek. If you're a Star Trek fan, comment down below your first Star Trek character.
Right. Yeah. He's a crossover.
Yeah. So yeah, my favorite X-Men is Storm. And I also have another favorite X-Men character.
Storm? Which version of Storm? Because
Halle Bailey.
Halle Bailey. Yeah, she was.
I
loved her in Days of Future Past.
Oh yeah, she's pretty good. Yeah, I like her.
Yeah, and I've been watching. I've seen all of the X-Men movies.
We have seen all the X-Men movies. In Dark Phoenix, but we don't talk about that one. First Class is really good.
We seen that Days of Future Past. What's the one with the one where the first mutant, what's the name of that movie?
Apocalypse.
We saw that one too. That was pretty good too.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah, so let's get into the
let's get into it. Okay.
All right, now. Okay, so I wanted to also interject. Wesley Snipes'
Blade.
Because they keep teasing Blade, and they have Michelle I can't really pronounce his name, but anyway.
True.
He's supposed to be the new Blade, and I thought that was going to be great. But that was 3 years ago.
That was 3 years ago. I just realized that. Yeah, they announced it 3 years ago. They announced it to the day. It was so long ago when they
even brought him out on stage.
Oh yeah, they really
hyped it.
Exactly.
Because everybody loves Blade because Blade brought Marvel back. I mean, Blade brought Marvel back, and that gave them enough money to make the Iron Man and Iron Man. I mean, they really started the whole MCU as it is now with Iron Man.
Yeah,
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Yeah, his Iron Man is the best Iron Man.
Yeah.
But
nobody
else has played Iron Man.
No. Yeah.
Exactly. So, there's a lot of other mutants and all that stuff or whatever or enhanced humans that had played like the Hulk and all that stuff or whatever. But we're talking about mutants. We're not talking about enhanced humans today.
So I know it's gonna be comments putting in like Scarlet Witch. Wickham and Speed. I know. Technically, they are mutants. I know. Yeah, they are mutants. Yeah, so I know we're gonna get those comments. I know it's gonna be Wanda fans in the comments saying, "What about Wanda?"
Yeah, there's gonna be people.
We're talking about mutants.
Like X-Men type mutants.
Exactly. We're not talking about people that are associated with them.
Right.
Okay.
So the main team that I'm familiar with X-Men is not like the
one I'm from.
So Cyclops is the main buzz. Everybody's talking about Cyclops right now.
I heard a lot of fan casting for Cyclops. That's like.
I mean, he's pretty easy to Cyclops.
I mean, he's not like.
He's pretty easy to cast. I mean, as long as you get a dynamic person or whatever that can actually act in the part or whatever, he's pretty easy to cast. I mean,
I understand what
white guy.
I understand what you're like getting at, but
there's plenty of people that can play him.
Yeah, like I mean a lot of.
But there's only
love for
people that could play certain characters. Like
exactly.
you have to get the right person to replace Wolverine because Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is iconic.
Yeah, exactly, and you know it's like it's been certain iterations and versions of the X-Men team over years.
Like when you see them on like the comics, it's it could be anybody.
I mean, like, it's like the one that I'm slightly more familiar with, like the younger mutants, like young, like, you know, I'm familiar with like Pixie, like the one that we rarely like Pixie. She was in First Class vaguely. She was in that
didn't
movie.
everybody in First Class get killed? Like
you know what I mean, like
I mean, they killed off all the mutants.
Exactly.
Because the characters that played them, they were. First Class was mid at best.
I kind of feel like they. I feel like that. I mean, it's like because it's been so many X-Men characters that have been in.
Yeah, the iconic ones stay around for a long time. But
I understand what you're kind of getting at.
The thing about it is the reason why we don't have an X-Men movie and the reason why we don't have any more mutants in the MCU
because there's so many
it's not just because there's so many. It's just like Blade and X-Men. It's hard to replace those icons. You can't. It's just like it's sort of like replacing. It's sort of like replacing Black Panther. It's hard to do. You can't just put any old person in the character and let them roll with it.
I completely understand where you're kind of getting at, and I heard people coming up with like teams that they want to see. And put in live action and like characters that never got a chance to be like have a live action version or like they were vaguely mentioned, but never shown. Like they were vaguely mentioned, just never shown. Or they never were on screen. They never got a live there's a lot of characters. I feel like over the span of like many X-Men movies. I feel like they do like characters that people always want to see, like Jubilee. She was in the people's least favorite X-Men movie, Dark Phoenix, and I feel like they wasted her character. I feel like because like people wanted to really, because that was the first time that we ever got a live action Jubilee, and her it's a lot of characters that people just want to be treated better. Gambit. We're gonna get into that.
Didn't they have two different characters?
I know, but those weren't really Gambit. Like people really.
And then when they had Gambit and what's the name of the movie?
The Deadpool Wolverine.
Yeah, Deadpool
Wolverine. We know Taylor. We don't want him to play Gambit. No, we were different. No, I'm not. You're not gonna brainwash me into supporting that. No, you're not.
Well,
I had to put that out there. Anyway.
All right, so let's talk about. So when they do bring out a new mutant movie, who do you think is going to be the leaders? I think the new leaders. I think they're going to move away from Wolverine.
They kind of have to.
I think they're even going to move away from Professor X because Professor X. What's his name? Patrick Stewart. Patrick Stewart is like 98.
Yeah, but I think they're probably gonna recast him.
Yeah, because what's the guy that played in the last movie?
I know the Magneto.
Yeah,
I know the Magneto actor that played him, the younger actor, like Fassbender. The Magneto.
Yeah, those characters are just old men, so they're gonna have to get recast. But I think they're gonna focus on either Jean Grey, Storm, Cyclops could be the leader of the X-Men.
That makes complete sense. Yeah, I think that.
Who do you think out of those three is going to be the leader?
Obviously, it's probably they're going to stick with Cyclops for the leader.
Yeah, because they never really.
For very brief, it was supposed to be Storm, and it was hinted out in the movie that she was supposed to take on the leader role.
Well, what about Beast? Beast is.
Beast is more like a. He was never really up for like leadership. You know what I mean?
I don't know. Beast is Beast.
He serves his no offense to Beast fans out there. Don't come to me in the comments. I know you are, but I feel like that he serves he was never in the conversation for leader. Nobody puts Beast in the conversation for leader. Maybe Storm. Yes, maybe Storm or Cyclops. You want? I'm just saying that.
I like Beast.
I like him too.
Because they're gonna.
I like, but I know it's just that we know they're gonna.
They can do a movie. They can do.
I think
that they could do a movie without Professor X and.
I think they kind of need Cyclops. Because he was in the original iteration of the X-Men.
Yeah, they need Cyclops, and he was also younger because he was in Professor X school. So I think he's probably gonna move into a leadership role, and they can do a movie. They can do a movie without Professor X and Magneto, because Magneto and Professor X they were kind of the main characters or whatever, and everybody else was just helping out.
I kind of understand.
The students have to take over.
I understand, but I think that they're gonna probably cast younger people to play younger looking people
even if they do,
I kind of feel like people are expecting it to be a Magneto or that's
somebody with psychic abilities.
No, I feel like a older person leader role. I feel like.
You don't have to.
You know what I mean, but people are gonna say where's Professor X? Where's people are going to say where's Magneto?
I think that they're gonna relegate them to minor roles.
I think that I get we're getting at that they are definitely planning obviously to reboot the whole universe and start basically from scratch. I always been scratch basically there, and I feel like that. Wherever they try.
I think that the new movie is really gonna. I think that they're gonna put. I think that they're probably gonna add in some of the minor.
I think they're
lesser seen people, but you gotta have the core. You gotta have the core group.
I think they're gonna probably because people put out the original. When people talk about the team that they wanted to see was Angel was in the first iteration. It was Beast. Yeah, it was Beast, Angel, and Jean Grey, and then it was Cyclops. Those were the first ever team that they had, and I think that they probably would have Angel. I feel going so ooh. It really depends how far they're willing to go. Could have been sour iteration. Or they're just going to not do the core for X-Men, focus on the younger mutants, the least least seen mutants, the deep cuts that people been putting out there for years.
Gambit, he's always had little small parts.
Exactly, you know what I mean. People really want to see the characters that get less less appreciation.
Nightcrawler.
I mean, people. I mean, he had you know what I mean. It's like characters that have bigger parts in other things, and I do kind of get. I feel like they would have. I think they probably would save Nightcrawler, but they probably would place Nightcrawler with Jubilee. You know, they probably would mint Nightcrawler Mystique. You know, they would probably oh god, the red dude, I cannot remember his name. It's one of those.
Well, I think that this video is just an overview of what we think that the next X-Men movie is going to be about, and who we think is going to be the leader of the next X-Men movie. I think that they're going to regulate the main X-Men crew to kind of be in the movie so people will go see it, but they're going to bring out other characters as the main focus or whatever. And I think the Cyclops is probably going to be the main focus, and then you're going to have everybody else that's going to be either Cyclops or Jean Grey. I think is going to be the leader. Especially because they're bringing Jean Grey into the Spider-Man movie. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna end this video, and then we're gonna do another video on another topic. But first of all, comment, subscribe. Tell us where you're. Tell us where what city and stuff that you're in and watching our videos. We want to know. And or just pop a like.
Pop a like.
All right.
Bye.